Herculean Task. Exterior, mountain peak, day. Sheila and Derick, a couple in their mid-30s, are walking their last few steps up to stand on the plateaued ground of a mountain peak, both sweating and wheezing as they go. Sheila, reaching the mountaintop, stops. Well, we made it. Sheila stands up straight, sucking in a deep breath through her nose as though tasting the fresh mountain air, before exhaling a comforted sigh. She begins turning on point, looking round at the expansive view, eyes wide with awe.
Isn't this just beautiful, Derick?
Derick reaches the mountaintop, but instead of taking in the view, he hunches into his knees, wheezing in and out of deep, heavy breaths with his face drenched in sweat.
Yeah, no doubt. But I'll tell you, climbing this mountain was a Herculean task.
Suddenly, Derick vanishes into thin air. Sheila turns quickly on the balls of her feet, eyes wide and startled.
Derick? Derick?
Interior, ancient Greek palace, night. Inside an ancient Greek palace, interior of lavish marble and hemmed by marble pillars on either side, sits the bearded King Eurystheus, complete with golden crown and red silk toga on a large marble throne at the far end of the room. A beautiful young woman in purple silk toga is standing, leaned lazily against the right side of the throne, staring at a cell phone and chewing on gum, clearly uninterested in being here. Suddenly Derick appears, looking round, wide-eyed, with fear come confusion.
Ah, I see we have a new challenger.
Derick looks up at the now smirking King Eurystheus.
Where am I?
You, my friend, are in the halls of the mighty King Eurystheus.
Derick simply stares, confused.
You've not heard of King Eurystheus?
Derick continues staring, unable to muster a word beyond his confusion.
Well, I'm only like the mightiest, most immortal king of all time. No big deal.
Derick continues staring, now with more of a dismissive frown.
Nothing? Not even a, oh my god, it's King Eurystheus?
Derick continues staring with furrowed brow.
Fine. Let's get this over with then.
Wait, get what over with?
Your tasks, of course.
What tasks?
King Eurystheus sighs, rolling his eyes.
So many questions. I forgot how boring you mortals are with all your questions. Will I die? Why does it grow more heads when I cut one off? Boring.
King Eurystheus clicks his fingers. Exterior desert, day. We're suddenly snapped into a hot desert environment, which suddenly envelopes around King Eurystheus, Derick, and the young woman. Derick is looking around confused again at the environment that's just suddenly appeared around him.
Did you do that? Just by snapping your fingers?
Neat trick, huh?
King Eurystheus raises his hand up in front of his face, with fingers bent inwards. He blows a single blow of breath on his fingernails, the way a movie cowboy might blow on the barrel of his gun after firing the killing shot.
Beats being mortal. Anyway, where were we? Ah, yes, your tasks. Do you remember saying that you'd completed a Herculean task?
Yes.
Well, a long time ago, we lost Hercules. We looked everywhere. Carol here even searched Olympus book for any check-ins or Hercules profiles. Nothing. Then we figured, well, he's half mortal after all, so he could be there, hidden as one of you late mortals. So, now anytime a mortal male says that they just completed a Herculean task, we transport them here to face the 10 tasks of Hercules to see if, you know, they could be Hercules in disguise.
What?
We get that a lot. Look, you said you had completed a Herculean task, so now you have to complete the tasks of Hercules. It's that simple. Oh, and you can't leave until you've completed them all.
Okay, so where do I start?
A towering shadow begins to stretch over Derick. His eyes widen with fear as he looks down to his feet to see the shadow looming further and further.
I'm glad you asked.
Derick slowly, cautiously begins to look up to see a giant lion that must be 10 times the size of a normal lion looming over him. The lion roars. Derick's hair blows back and his clothes ripple with the force of the roar.
You must kill the Nemean lion.
Quaking with terror, Derick turns back to face King Eurystheus.
Come on, man, you can't make me do this. I mean, Herculean task is just a turn of phrase, for Christ's sake.
Come now. Remember what I said. You can't leave until you've completed all 10 tasks.
Well, can I at least have a weapon?
Oh yes, where are my manners?
King Eurystheus reaches down beside his throne and lifts a small wooden club, barely a foot long, back into view and holds it out on the flat of his palms on outstretched arms towards Derick.
Here you are, Hercules' favorite club.
Derick gulps with fear as he grabs the club from King Eurystheus' trembling hands.
That's a good sport. Now, off you go then.
Exterior mountain peak day. Sheila, frantic with worry, paces around the mountaintop searching for Derick.
Derick? Derick?
Sheila leads around a small craggy spire of rock that juts out of the mountaintop as though looking to see if Derick is hiding behind it. Not seeing anything behind the rock, she continues her paced search.
Is this because I said we should get married? I thought you said you weren't scared of commitment like the other guys.
Exterior desert day. King Eurystheus sits looking up at Derick, whose upper body now lays pale and dead out of the side of the Nemean lion's mouth.
Well, I guess that means that Derick fellow's not Hercules. Terrible shame, really. He seems like a jolly nice chap.
King Eurystheus turns in his throne to look at the young woman who's still staring at her cell phone and open-mouthed chewing on gum as she leans against the side of his throne.
Well, you know what this means, Carol?
The young woman keeps staring at her phone.
What?
That's right. The search for Hercules continues.
The Nemean lion folds Derick's body into his mouth with his tongue and begins to chew with snaps and crunches.
This message has been brought to you by the Anally Retentive Society Against Anachronistic Use of Metaphors.